Hey, what's up? It's Chris Cowan and Brad Munyan, LooseRealityInc.com, and also episode motherfucking 10. We did it. We're here.
Episode 10.
Listen, we started this October 31st. Actually, technically, we started it October the weekend.
7 days before the 31st.
7 days before the 31st. I was going to do an intro like, here comes episode 10 hitting you harder than Will Smith, but I feel like it's already a dead meme.
It's so bad.
It's everywhere.
It's so bad. Like, who gives a shit? Who seriously gives a shit?
I know Eminem's going to when he releases his 30-page fucking diss track. You don't need to curse in your songs, but
Will Smith don't need to cuss in his raps to sell records. Well, I do.
So fuck you
him.
and the Backstreet Boys too.
No, he said so fuck him and fuck you too. Think you give a damn about the Grammys? But
yeah.
No, it's all fucking, it's stupid. Who gives a shit? All that fucking night did was just prove what everybody else already knows. It's that celebrities are pieces of shit.
And untouchable. Could you imagine if Jeremy blah 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 smacked Chris Rock? He'd be arrested. And anyone that's not a celebrity. Yeah.
Like,
I how Mick Foley tweeted if The Rock made that joke, Will Smith wouldn't have done that.
If I slap the shit out of a worker at a gas station because they're not if they're not working right or not doing the shit that I need them to do, I'm going to jail.
Yeah.
I walk up and just slap anybody. I'm going to jail.
That is assault.
But Will Smith does it, and shit, this time he didn't even have to move to his auntie and uncles in Bel Air.
That was hilarious. That should have been Chris Rock's reply.
Should have been.
Yeah, immediately. No, I just got bitch smacked by Will Smith. Well, yeah, point the fucking thing out.
He should have got slapped. Right after he got slapped, he should have said,
"That's it,
man,
you're moving with your auntie in Bel Air."
My life just got turned upside down.
Yeah, he should have immediately answered that.
But the funny thing is, that whole situation is just another thing to prove how manipulated and controlled we are. Because, do you know the main sponsor of the Oscars?
What's that?
Pfizer.
As in the people that make the vaccine? The
vaccine, right. The pharmaceutical, like Pfizer Pharmaceutical, right? Do you know what their most recent development is? Their most recent medication that they put out?
No, what's that?
Alopecia medication.
Oh, shit. You gotta be fucking kidding me.
I'm not. 100% I am not. They developed a new treatment for alopecia, and now all of a sudden we have a blow up at the Oscars
about it
that directly involves alopecia. Yep. And now the word alopecia is in everyone's fucking mouth, and
I guarantee it's like one of the most Google trended right now.
Right. And to be honest, in looking at Jada Pinkett, she doesn't look like I have alopecia.
Yeah. I wasn't gonna put that out there,
like,
but yeah.
I have alopecia. I have spots on my head that makes me look like a fucking leopard.
He does.
And she just looks like she has stubble on her head. She has a 5 o'clock shadow.
She does shave her head, but so do you.
But it's still noticeable. Yeah. No matter how short my hair is, unless I shave it down with a razor, you can see it. It's 100% noticeable. But she just looks like she has her head shaved.
Yeah, and that's not something out of the ordinary.
And I'm not saying, right, I had no idea she even had alopecia.
Me neither.
I just thought she liked her head shaved.
Yeah.
But she looks good with her head shaved.
She does. She rocks it.
Not every person can pull that shit off. To be honest, most people that can pull it off are black women, because
I wasn't going to touch that, but you did, so.
Well, no,
it's white women can't pull it off.
They can sometimes.
What was the girl in G.I. Jane
Demi Moore?
Demi Moore. She looked decent in that.
She did, and
but that's the only white woman I can remember.
Also, the funny thing is I shaved, my head was shaved real short one time in elementary school because I wouldn't stop moving while my brother was trying to cut my hair, so I had to shave it all the way down, and everybody called me G.I. Jane in school.
Oh my god. That's all right. I got cowgirl and cowboy nicknames.
But no, for real, it just blows my mind that like a lot of people aren't seeing the fact that we're being manipulated and controlled because of
so you're saying
Pfizer bullshit.
So you're saying
it was all set up.
Yeah.
Dude, I've watched professional wrestlers take fake slaps better than that.
Geez, how animated was he? He was like a fucking spigot on a goddamn water.
He cocked that bitch from his waist. Like, he had his arms down at his sides, and then all of a sudden he was like, "Pow!" Right? Yeah. Smacked the shit out of him. But like,
it was animated as fuck.
But did you not notice that Chris Rock had his hands behind his back and then leaned forward for the slap
He did.
It was all it's all a setup. It's all bullshit.
But the part that made me believe it was real was you've seen the same look in my face when something like shit like that happened to me. When as a comedian, I can tell you right now, 90% of us up on stage are because we were bullied and we've gotten shit talked about us. We've gotten our asses kicked because we wouldn't back down and talk shit. And 90% of the time, we made the same look after that. We'd get slapped or we'd get a confrontation, and we'd sit there and we'd tear up in our faces, but we wouldn't let it down. We'd make a joke, but he didn't really make a joke.
No, he was going to, and you could see that shit because he said, "I could." And then someone in his fucking earpiece was like, "Chris, please, no, don't do that. No, stop, Chris, no,
stop." Chris Rock could have roasted the fuck out of Will Smith.
Right, he was about to go in that mother. He was about to get up in his asshole.
Yeah.
And then
be more intimate
somebody
with
was like, somebody in his fucking ear was like, "No, God, please, no, don't do it." And that's why he went, "I could."
Now, if
Okay, he wasn't saying okay to the situation. He was saying okay to the person telling him not to fucking...
Right. Now, you've seen the Emmys. Like, I've never watched the Emmys, but I've watched Ricky Gervais, or whatever his name is. Gervais. Just roast the like, telling them, like, listen, come up here, get your award, go back down. Do not tell anybody what to do politically. You are in no right. You have no room.
Dude, I was going to bring that up too, because I was wondering why everyone considers this the most controversial award show.
Yeah, Ricky fucking roasted the shit out of the last 6 years.
His last one was his last one.
Yeah.
Because they told him they didn't want him back anymore.
Because of what he did.
And, dude, he called everyone in the crowd fucking pedophiles and rapists, and he's like, "You're all just giant pieces of fucking shit."
He's always been real.
Dude, like, Ricky Gervais is one of my favorite people on this planet.
Letterman was like, "You live in London, that's expensive, right?" And he was like, "Yeah, but I don't mind paying taxes. I like giving back, unlike you." And I was like, "Jesus fucking Christ!"
One of my favorite things about him is that he's a outspoken atheist.
Yeah,
and he just...
But he's not a dick about it.
No, but he does the interviews with hyper religious people and answers their questions. Like, it's like the time I was called a heathen by a guy at work.
What?
Years ago, when I first started working here, it's like 10 years ago.
I mean, to be fair, you are kind of a heathen.
Yeah, well, he doesn't know that.
Right.
But the reason he said, and this is the true example of a fucking psychopath or sociopath.
Okay.
Because this guy told me, we were somehow having a discussion, I forget how it got to that point, but a discussion about God and religion. I was like, well, I'm an atheist. I don't really, I believe more in science than I do faith.
Right,
I'm not, and I wasn't being a dick about it, because I don't force my beliefs on other people. But this guy was like, well, why don't you just go around raping and murdering people? I said,
what?
I said, what?
What the fuck?
He's like, well, if I believed what you believe, I would just go around raping and murdering everybody, because that's not, there's no repercussion.
Oh, put that man away.
Yeah, this is the same dude that I know for a fact
put that man in jail.
Currently beats his wife.
Oh, of course he fucking
Like,
does.
he's a gigantic piece of shit, and he spent a good 5 minutes trying to tell me why I'm a piece of shit.
Right. Of course, that's hypocritical.
And then I had to try and convince him that it wasn't because of religion as to like why people have morals.
Right.
Like, I understand.
That's instilled from us by birth, by parenting.
I understand that in our current society, no matter what, if you're religious or not, there's Catholic and Christian morals instilled in everybody.
Right.
And that's all due because of like the 10 Commandments and shit or whatever.
It's instilled in everyone from birth.
But when you live in a society,
it's just kind of basic fucking.
It's basic shit.
Yeah.
You know what it's called? Empathy.
It's called
that
decency.
Does not have empathy.
No.
Because he said if he didn't believe in God,
he'd just go out raping.
He'd just be a serial rapist and killer.
Yeah.
Like,
fuck that guy. That guy needs to be locked up.
Right.
If you need religion to keep you as a decent human being, then you've got underlying issues you need to figure out, or just fucking go ahead and send yourself to, fucking Shepherd Pratt or any other number of places.
Somewhere.
Seriously, you cannot sit here and use religion as a reason to keep yourself in line. If you cannot be in line in the first place, then you're a fucking sociopath.
If you can't just be a decent human being without the threat of eternal damnation in a fiery pit of hell,
yeah, like I imagine fucking...
You should just not exist anymore.
ICP singing about... Anyways, okay, so this is episode 10, and I just want to tell you guys, I have been through a shit ton the past few weeks to the month to everything, and I wouldn't say I necessarily sacrificed anything, but it's taken a lot to go ahead and continue doing this.
He definitely sacrificed his keyboard, though.
I did get a new keyboard, finally. I mean, if y'all listened to one of the last episodes...
It's a Steel Series.
Okay, you know what? It was it was just under $100.
It's a Steel Series. I'm surprised he's not rubbing his dick on it right now.
No, you know me. I'm a Corsair Corsair fanboy.
Yeah, and all of your Corsair shit looks like it's 37 years old.
It does, and it stops working randomly. Of Corsair, my fucking Elgato Stream deck, my fucking glaive harpoon, that one stopped working.
Glaive, which means to gamble.
Fucking Futurama.
No,
what?
Princess Bride.
Oh my God, what am I doing? I was thinking
he owed someone money, and you're just trying to get your money back. Fucking Billy Crystal.
All I can ever think about is he's half dead. That means he's half alive.
No, he's mostly dead.
Yeah, mostly dead. Yes.
He's not completely dead.
Anyways, so it's been a particularly difficult week, and I just want to let you guys know that the best part of my week most of the time is coming here and just recording this and knowing that we've got at least 100 to 200 to more downloads each day, and it's sometimes we only got 30, but you know what? I'm fucking so proud of the fact that we've built this so far, and you guys have no idea what it fucking means to me.
It kind of reminds me of back when I was doing music, and you were there for 99% of the shows or concerts that we did, and because it's like you perform. No matter who's in the crowd, you perform like it's sold out.
Right? Absolutely.
I've performed in front of
10 people and
10 people,
120, 500.
And I've performed 2 sold out shows.
Yep.
And no matter what, it's incredible. I don't care if there's one person downloading our shit every fucking week.
Right.
Like, you're the fucking hero, dog.
Yeah.
Like,
to those of you that download every week, fuck yeah, you're the man now, dog. Punch the fucking keys. Okay, so that's a reference to old ass internet, but okay. But yeah, I feel the same way when I was doing stand up. Like when I was the MySpace comedian, which is a fucking dated reference, if anything. But I'd have some shows in New Jersey or fucking the middle of Pennsylvania or somewhere in fucking New Hampshire, and there'd be either 10 people or it'd be sold out completely. It wasn't always sold out because of me. Sometimes I was just a middle guy, but sometimes I was the fucking closer, and it was sold out because of everybody else.
Dude, I remember that one show that we did with Almost Kings and Rebel Inc.
Our first 98 Rock show?
No, I think it was our second.
I say our. I was only the manager.
They moved us from...
Oh, that's right.
They moved us from third to close to second to close. Yeah. We got bumped up because
of our ticket sales.
Because of our ticket sales. And dude, the majority of that show was like mostly metalheads, and Almost Kings was like they even did like a Soulja Boy cover with like they were kind of like rap rock whack ass shit. But
I mean, that was the style,
right?
Side Table Link, shout out to them.
But dude, that show was fucking amazing. Like it was mostly metalheads in the crowd, and when we got off stage, like we rocked that fucking joint. Those motherfuckers they loved us. And when we got off stage, I had these dudes with fucking 12-inch mohawks coming up to me like, "Hey, do you have a CD?" Fuck yeah! And one guy was like, "We're going on tour next week, and I really need a CD for it so we can bump that shit on our tour bus." I was like, "Fuck
here you go." Yeah, I remember when Psycho Stick came over from Sonar.
Yeah,
we were doing the Autobar or the bar or something, whatever Sonar's other fucking venue was named.
Right. No, I think it was
the Sound Room.
I forget what it was. It was whatever venue that they're like right next to each other. Like one's local and the one next door is for famous people. I
was sitting out in the crowd, and they were performing. Brad and his other guy were performing. We're gonna name him other guy. We're performing, and fucking the guy from Psycho Stick comes up and he goes, "Man, these guys are awesome." And I was like, "Yeah, that's my little brother and that guy." And he was like, "Oh shit, you know them?" I was, "Yeah, they got this show because of me." I was fucking hammered.
I did this.
I'm on 98 Rock. Like,
my show.
That's, as a manager, how proud could you be to get a rap act on 98 Rock?
Dude, first rap group on 98 Rock since the Beastie Boys.
Right? And it hasn't happened since.
Nope.
Like, you do not hear...
Well, Noise in the Basement is canceled now.
True. But, I mean, even then...
But we were considered veterans of that fucking shit.
Yeah, you guys were on your third and fourth... To the point where they were like, "You're not coming back on the radio."
Yeah, they told us... They were like, "We're not going to do another interview with you guys. You just do your show." And we're like,
I do still have pictures of the webcam that they had at 98 Rock that was taking still pictures. Yep. One was like... I'm holding up a sign that says "This guy's gay," and it's
or like "I'm what's stupid," or
yeah. So did you? I don't know if you read this. I mean, you've had a hell of a weekend. So did you see anything on the news about Lucky Charms not being so lucky and making kids sick?
No, I don't. I don't watch regular television. So
I don't watch regular television either. I just open my
It's 2022. I stream everything. If I have to deal with commercials, I will shoot myself in the brain.
Yes. So basically, I'm opening my browser on my phone, and before I go to some porn site, I see the news. That's just what I'm gonna put that as.
That was good. I like it.
Thank you. Yeah, and before I go to whatever, I saw the news, and one of them was that Lucky Charms is making kids vomit and have diarrhea, and I was like, well, I guess it's not so lucky anymore. And that's all I could think of, but fuck, man. Lucky Charms is a bastion of my childhood.
Right, but how what the fuck's going on? It's basically just, isn't it
it's
just
like whole grain and like
rice cereal with marshmallows?
I don't know what the fuck they're doing. I mean, did a fucking rat body part fall in there?
Speaking of like rat body parts, you remember somebody tried to sue Mountain Dew because they said they found a rat or a mouse carcass?
Oh my god, yeah.
In their shit. But do you remember how Pepsi won that shit?
No.
They scientifically proved that there was no way...
Yeah, that rat could get in there?
No, there was no way that they found a rat carcass or a mouse carcass in their soda because by the time it would have gotten to them, the Mountain Dew would have completely deteriorated their fucking carcass.
That's true. You've seen the studies where they put human teeth in there and they like dissolve within a week.
Well, shit, man. You can use fucking Coca-Cola to get battery acid off your shit.
Yep.
Off your battery, like your car battery. Just pour 2 ounces of fucking Coke on there. It burns it right off. You have wire brush, you're good to go.
Speaking of the news, Grand Theft Auto 6 reveal trailer coming soon.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's dope.
It's only about time because they released Grand Theft Auto 5, 6 times now?
At least.
3 times. I know 3 times at least because they granted Xbox 360, Xbox One, and Xbox Series One.
Almost as much as Skyrim.
Yeah, nobody can touch Skyrim and Fallout releases. Bethesda likes to re-release their game. Skyrim doesn't touch
Todd
Fallout.
Howard is the king of re-releasing shit because Skyrim is...
You could play that shit on a cheesecake.
I just restarted playing it. It's...
I'm telling you guys,
Jesus
when
Christ.
he plays Bethesda games, we've talked about this before. There is no scarier individual.
Go check my TikTok at Bloody Monkey Fist because I'm currently posting my shenanigans in
I'm gonna have to go watch that.
Skyrim.
Have you?
I did a making my way downtown one.
Oh god, making my way downtown.
Yeah, I was like making my way downtown, punching face, gonna stab you in yours now. Smackety smack.
I like the one that was in Grand Theft Auto. It was like, making my way downtown, I'm gonna grab a bitch, make me a sandwich. Have you seen the first episode of Moon Knight yet?
No, I didn't know it was out yet.
Yeah, it came out the other day. It is good, which is great. I haven't seen one fucking Marvel Disney property on Disney Plus yet that I haven't liked. Which makes me hate it because I fucking did not want Disney Plus, but with Simpsons and just all of Fox and just all of Marvel, it's hard not to fucking get
it. when they own fucking everything.
Yeah, they are a monopoly.
I think
like, what happened to monopoly laws? Someone go get that guy because he's running around looking exactly like the monopoly guy right now. Walt Disney might as well be synonymous with the monopoly guy.
Companies have found ways around it because this specific country, all of our media outlets are controlled by 3 or 4 different companies.
It's only 3. It's like 3 different news companies.
Comcast, Time Warner, and somebody, and like 1 or 2 more. And they all own different branches of different things, and
that's not to mention the 3 banks that everybody owns and everything.
Right, they got around it, like Goldman and Sachs. And,
the Rothschilds.
They got around it by just finding loopholes and changing names, because that's all they do. It's the same thing. I see it all the fucking time. Your air conditioners and shit, your HVAC stuff in your house. Carrier.
Is America Best one of those?
America's Best. That's Goodman. That's
okay.
But you have Carrier, right, which is one of the most famous, well-known HVAC systems, right? Carrier is also Bryant and Payne.
Yep.
And Comfort Maker.
It's just like your cereals. It's all, I can't even think of the name of the
cereals. But then you have Train, right? Trane, Train. Train is also American Standard. If you go look at the back of your toilet, you have a high chance of seeing that's American Standard.
Yeah.
Goodman and Amana, same company. All these different companies do the same shit and then
they compete with themselves.
Own different companies, but just change the name. And it's the same shit with all that. Like there's no such thing as a monopoly law, because if you can find the loopholes around it.
Yeah, like if you check out cereals, do you know how many of them are owned and are subsidiaries of Kellogg?
Kellogg, General Mills, and
like fucking, I can't even think of a third.
I don't know. Disney probably owns Cocoa Pebbles at this point.
Well, I mean, they do own Hanna-Barbera.
Yeah, that's it. There
they do.
So Disney even has their hands in fucking cereal.
Well, Disney has its hands.
Get your hands out of my cereal. Fucking Nazi sympathizers.
I mean, can we call them Nazi sympathizers if okay, so
Walt Disney, the creator of all Disney things, was a well-known Nazi sympathizer. But the company
wasn't based on, I mean, it's a great...
You can't tell me that...
you ever seen the War Disney cartoon?
That Disney is not a PG version of Nazi socialism.
I could tell you there's a lot of things that are questionable.
In the 1930s and 40s, everywhere you walked around Germany or anywhere in Europe, you saw the swastika, right?
Mm-hmm.
What do you see when you're constantly walking around Disney World? Everywhere, hidden. Everywhere, subliminal, everywhere. Mickey Mouse. You see Mickey Mouse every fucking where. It's the same fucking shit. They're.
I mean,
it's.
Is that?
It's Nazis for children.
Or is it branding? Because branding, I mean, Nazis branding themselves really good.
There's a difference in branding
Yeah. Disney cartoons during the wars, like if you go back and watch the banned cartoons, like Donald Duck fighting Hitler.
Donald Duck going like launching in on D-Day and shit.
Yeah, like that's
he's all
fucked up shit. Like, oh my god, we're just the stereotypical, just painful to watch. Who the fuck thought this was a good idea? Like Song of the South. And I like how on the streaming service Disney's like, we're not going to do this.
What about the crows from Dumbo?
Oh yes, nope, not even going to do it.
Don't even hop in there on that.
No. Like I was gonna make fun of it for a second, then I'm like, no.
I'm pretty sure the main crow was named Jim Crow.
No, yes, he was. It was Jim Crow. They were making a fucking reference to Jim Crow laws.
100%.
If you have no idea what that is, Google is your friend, and also
if you don't have
bad time. All right, so right now there is a trend going on in California where there are enough fucking Teslas to do this.
L.A.
Have you not gone hiking in L.A.?
Oh, you've never gone hiking if you haven't hiked in L.A.
You haven't had tacos unless you've had tacos in L.A. Shout out to Leonard Kenny.
Love Leonard Kenny.
Great show. And he's never even been to Canada. I have, but I've never been to that part of Canada. Anyways, it's a fucking new found fucking trend to jump your Tesla. And I mean, you know how California's fucking gigantic hills, and I don't mean just San Francisco. I mean all of California is
a bunch of... All right, hold on.
Like imagine Grand Theft Auto.
Jumping over a Tesla. All right, you said jump your Tesla.
Yeah, go ahead.
So
go through your options.
I'm thinking it's either trying to jump over a Tesla, like Kobe Bryant did in that one commercial.
I don't think it was a Tesla, but yeah, go ahead.
Or
what's option 2?
Option 2, using your Tesla to hit a ramp and jump over something.
Bingo! Bing!
It's weird that I left it for third, but was like just jumping it like you jump a car battery because it's an electric car.
Yeah,
I
wonder how that works.
I did watch a video the other day of a dude who asked his Tesla was broken down, and he asked this guy for help. He's like, do you have some gas? And the guy was like, you're driving a Tesla. No, I just need some gas. No, you're not understanding. You're driving a Tesla. It doesn't take gas. There is no gas. It's a Tesla. And the guy was like, do you have any gas? And he's like, yeah, I have a thing. And he gives him a fucking like little gallon or 5-gallon thing of gas. And dude pops his trunk, and he's got a Honda mini portable gas generator in the back of his truck. In his trunk that has the hookup to it to plug into the fucking Tesla. So he filled up the generator, started that bitch, and charged up his fucking Tesla.
Talk about fucking defeating the purpose.
Right.
Like, oh, you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of my need for renewable fuel source. It's destroying the world and releasing carbon.
It's just like
I'm just going to fucking get a gas fucking
generator. It's just like a perfect example of one of them things that people just don't understand. Well, we could just use windmills, right? Those wind turbines create power and stuff. Yeah, do you know how many thousands of gallons of oil are in each fucking one of those wind turbines? You ever seen one of them bitches leak?
No.
It's like, it looks like it's raining diesel fuel. It's fucking crazy. I can
imagine it would be like at a strip club where it's
right.
The soap suds.
Just but it's just fucking, you know how much oil and grease it takes to keep them bitches running all the time?
Anyways, so they're finding big hills, and instead of using ramps, they're using hills.
In San Francisco?
Well, and all over California.
Well, San Francisco has the hills. That's
you haven't been to a hill unless you've been
to San
Francisco. But of course, no, they're just fucking going, because Teslas have this insane amount of twerk. Wow. And shake that back. Yes.
Dude.
Oh my God.
That just threw so many images of cars twerking in my head.
The rest of the week, you're gonna fucking imagine that. So it's all
every time I see a Tesla, I'm gonna imagine it bouncing.
So they have so much acceleration, and they have insane amount of like there's 0 to 60.
It's like a Tesla with lowrider hydraulics.
I imagine Eddie Guerrero would fucking love that shit. But Simon Miller thought it was Latino feet, not Latino heat. So growing up, he was like, I don't know why he likes feet so much.
Feet so much.
Like what? What? God damn it! We gotta do a bit about mishearing
feet.
Yeah, Latino feet.
There's not even he said Latino heat. There's not an F in it.
I know, like,
Jesus Christ.
Like, and the whole idea was that he was attracted, and like he attracted women. Anyways. So yeah, they're just doing like 70 miles per hour and jumping the fucking hill and bottoming out.
Woo! Looks like the Duke boys are at it again.
That was the meme that they did. Fucking Your Ordinary Gamers, Mudahar, the guy who does YouTube, or a YouTuber, he fucking made the same joke. Looks like the Duke boys are at it again. Although he actually did another redneck show, but it wasn't Dukes of Hazzard. I don't remember what the other one was. But yeah, he messed it up and then he put it underneath. I meant Dukes of Hazzard. But yeah, exactly. Looks like the Duke boys are again. They're all at it. They're up Shit's Creek without a fucking paddle.
Yep.
Like, yeah, that kind of shit. Except they will bottom out and crash into another car, and because it's a lease, they'll just get out and leave. And I'm trying to figure out, in what fucking world do you get away with doing that with a lease without it coming back to you?
You don't.
Well, they're still looking for the person who was accused of. They're still looking for 2 of them.
Dog, those Teslas are so fucking.
You can't steal them.
They're so technologically advanced that I'm surprised you don't need your fingerprint to start the engine. So
that's an option.
I'm sure it is.
I mean, technically, it starts with your phone, so you do need your fingerprint.
And those cars record everything inside and out.
Yep, every little thing. Like, and that's what I don't get, how they can get away with it. They must have had some kind of hack, and I know there are hacks for it. Which,
it probably, all you probably have to do is
like jailbreak your Tesla,
or just load a VPN onto a fucking thumb drive and just put that shit in the USB.
What are you talking about? That's an app on there. They have the Google store.
If your car needs a VPN, we've gone too far.
Yeah. But yeah, there's 2 of them wanted, and like they have fucking footage of them just going, poof, like it's Grand Theft Auto 5, and they're fucking Trevor just driving a 4-wheeler in California, except it's LA. And it's totally not just. What the fuck? I don't care what you're doing. If you're trying to jump a car, whatever the price is that you crash into other people's cars, fuck you, you piece of shit.
The base.
You deserve everything you get.
The base cheapest model of a Tesla.
It's like $65,000.
Right. I would have to save up all of my paychecks for an entire year.
Right. I'm lucky if I could get a Toyota Yaris.
Like, God,
you get a Tesla.
Yaris.
Yeah, they don't even make those anymore.
Fucking Chevy Volt.
Yeah.
And you're just
a 12-year-old Toyota
fucking
Prius.
slamming that shit into parked cars. You're a piece of shit. And
you do it for fucking views on TikTok.
Yeah, I hope. Oh man, I used to say this all the time, and it's so relevant to this conversation. Whoever is doing that with these Teslas, I hope you get raped by a bear in a car fire.
That broke my brain, trying to figure out how I could get into a situation where those 2 things would happen at the same time.
Right. You crash
I've been
your car.
In a fire, just not a car fire.
You crash your car and it's on fire, and then a bear shows up. At first you're like, I think this bear is going to eat me, and then you're like, no, maybe this bear is going to help me out of the car, and then he starts taking your pants off.
Oh no!
And you're like, this is way worse than dying.
I do not consent.
Yeah.
Do not essay me. I'd rather unalive myself than
unalive myself. God damn.
Alright, just to clarify, I am not killing myself. I'm not unaliving myself. But we were just outside taking a break, and we were talking about Dan Cook's super finger, and we came across the idea that the shocker doesn't really make any sense.
It doesn't.
Has anybody ever had any strength in their pinky to penetrate an ass? Like,
Right, I know.
It would just
buttholes are like soft, but it would just, there's no strength there. It would just buckle.
Yeah. Unless you're a Tibetan monk.
You try to get it in there, and then like it just, you can't even properly wiggle it.
Like if your hand's upright, yeah, but if you're doing the sideways, 2 fingers already in there,
but,
touching the G spot, and
I don't know anyone out there that can like wiggle their pinky like you can your index finger.
Yeah, exactly. There's no strength.
Or even your middle finger.
Yeah, like you got it. Well, the 2 middle fingers. It's almost like these 2 middle fingers were made for fingering.
Right, because you get it up in there, and then the thumb goes to the clit.
Yeah, it's thumb on the clit, and the 2 fingers on the G spot. You got it. And it's just like a fucking bowling ball.
Yeah.
Except we're sorry.
Long story short,
sorry.
Dane Cook fucking sucks.
Yeah, just end of story on that one. So
yeah, he's a piece of shit.
We're not gonna go over why. He just, in general. But anyways, so I was discussing with a friend of mine the other day about how Generation X has probably gone through, and this isn't to downplay what my parents' generation or their parents went through, but one world war.
One world whirl.
Fucking speech impediments.
Whirly dirly.
Whirly dirly. Okay, well, our generation had
whirl.
Fucking we when we were born, the Gulf War was happening. We had the Iraq War that's been happening. Is it even over yet? I don't know. Like, we've lost track. The Columbine and tons of other school shootings. We had a gun in our school, for crying out loud, and a race war, or the threat of a race war. We did have a racist death, or murder. Sorry. Just the idea that our kids' generation, they've got it a little different, because I feel like there's a sociopathic tendency to hearing something on the radio or seeing something on the TV and suddenly going, I didn't like that, I'm gonna cancel it. Like, right. What the fuck? Do you think we all liked what Howard Stern did 24/7? Like, there was always something Howard Stern did that we didn't like. We didn't go out and fucking get him canceled every goddamn time.
That's just like how it was either the last episode or the one before I was talking about Tom Likas. That dude's a piece of shit.
But there's some funny things he does.
But I also don't listen to him.
Right.
I listened to a couple things that I thought that he said that were kind of funny, but I don't listen to his fucking radio. Like, I don't listen to his show because I don't like him.
I was trying to figure out.
But I'm also not on the internet or writing my fucking congressman to get him canceled. Like, no, because this is America and you have a right to say whatever the fuck you want.
I wrote my congressman once. Just once, on net neutrality, because that could have fucked up our entire generation.
Is
evil.
Is the most fucked up like thought or idea.
Yeah, and it keeps every once in a while. There's another bill introduced where we gotta fucking fight it. Like, fuck off with that shit.
Yeah, no, fuck you.
You're not gonna do that shit. No, we're not gonna be fucking Iraq with how much internet you can have and how much internet you can't.
You already don't let us.
North fucking Korea.
They already don't let us access 70% of the internet without Tor.
Well, 70% of the internet is on Tor onion routers. So.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, your basic internet that everyone uses is only 30% of the internet.
The surface web is a very small fraction.
They consider it illegal for us to access the dark web.
Like fucking YouTubers who are like, I'm gonna go on the dark web today, do this. And they always use dark and deep web as interchangeable, and it is not the fucking same thing.
They're two different things.
Okay,
they're two very different things.
Is like your home network. It's an intranet, not an internet.
Oh, dude, there was one time I had to explain the difference between internet and intranet to someone. Oh, God, seriously?
You just hurt my head.
Why does my school say it's intranet and not because it's local. Yeah. It's like when you all right, well, we'll put it in terms you can understand, young person. When you're playing a local game of Call of Duty, that's just whoever has a controller in your house, right?
Yep.
That's the intranet.
Yep.
Like the internet.
Or for old school PC players, it's TCP connection.
TCP.
Remember fucking trying to connect on Unreal or Quake. God, it's not finding you.
Why do I have to type in code to play a game?
It's right it's in the same fucking building. Yeah. I was like, I wonder what was our generation's safe space. Nintendo 64?
Our generation's safe space was just our minds.
Yeah. I mean, granted, we didn't have to go out and pick a switch like our parents, but we still got beat.
I have PTSD when it comes to spatulas.
Big wooden spoons.
My mother once smacked my brother. My mother once beat my brother to the point to where he was wedged into the space between the fridge and the wall, and he was stuck. And she just kept hitting him.
You can see your mom doing that.
And
You're
100%, he deserved it.
Hell yeah, and I deserved
100%.
90% of the spankings I got.
I never got smacked or hit if I didn't fucking deserve it. Nowadays, oh no, you shouldn't hit your kids because it's abuse. And do you know, fucking my oldest came to me, what was it, a couple weeks ago, and was talking about how punishing him is just going to make it. Punishing me is just going to make me want to rebel more, and it's going to make me want to. It's not going to help. I read some articles about it. Punishing me.
Oh, you've read some articles? You've been on this fucking planet 15 minutes. You don't have the right to have an opinion on anything.
Right. And this is the same kid who's going through growing pains and thinks his knees hurt because he's getting old.
Wait till you make dad noises unironically. That's when you wake up and go, all right, unaliving myself seems more appetizing.
You know what's weird about the dad noises?
What's that?
We make them even when stuff doesn't hurt.
Yeah, it's just a...
Like you just do it. Yeah, you go to get up, and for once your knees don't pop or hurt when you go to stand up, but you still make the...
Although I don't think I could... I can't remember a time before my knees didn't pop. It's like snap, crackle, and pop. I have the Rice Krispie treats in my fucking knees and my ankles. But the rest of me... fine, for the most part.
Well, I have like two torn tendons in my shoulder right now.
World War.
World War.
We're human, just like you guys.
The wad fur.
Whirly darly.
That was a Simpsons reference when they went to the World Fair.
Oh yeah.
You know, they got the fake driver's license. And
that's a fucking season 5.
Bart Simpson was like, cruise control, my good man, and just walking around the back seat while the car was driving.
Just driving. Yeah, I remember that. I was getting ready to say, isn't that the one where they crashed the car?
Yeah, and they went to the World Fair, but it's like the wad fur.
They never got a new car. They are driving that same piece of shit they've had since season 1.
They have 2 cars.
Yes, they do.
Fucking
rich ass family.
One's pink and one's red. Why is Homer's car the pink one?
Because he is comfortable in his masculinity.
And you ever wonder why pink is the only, like, pink's just light red, right?
Yep.
Why does it have a different name?
I don't know. Why does light blue have a different name than blue?
It doesn't. It's light blue.
Well, there's also different letters like turquoise and fucking lilac and all these other different kinds of blues.
Tanger balls.
That is something completely different. I think that's a cancer or something.
But no, seriously, pink's just light red. Why is it one of the only ones that we've given a different name to? Cause
like we've distinguished it.
Like if you take blue,
it's because of Victoria's Secret.
And add white to it, right? Mm-hmm. It's light blue. If you take green and add white to it, it's light green.
Okay, I could see where you're going with this.
But if we take red and add white to it,
it's pink. Yep. Well,
probably has something to do with vaginas.
I mean, Victoria's Secret does have the word pink copyrighted.
They didn't start doing the pink shit. Victoria's Secret pink wasn't a thing when we were teenagers.
No, it was in our 20s.
So
my ex-wife worked there.
They didn't coin that shit.
Yeah.
So why the fuck is pink? Pink. Why can't it just be light red?
I don't know.
I mean, I'm still not gonna wear it.
Real men wear pink. No, real men wear whatever the fuck they want.
Yeah, real men are usually wearing like dirty fucking t-shirts and shoes
underneath their fingernails.
Right, and shoes that have holes in them because they didn't buy themselves a new pair of shoes so their kid could get a new video game.
Yep.
Oh, by the way, Roma. Remember?
Yeah, we were talking about Roma.
I was totally right that she took a couple months off after having the baby. That's the reason why she took off from social media. Her name's Cleo.
That's fucking great.
Yeah, I just learned that.
Makes me think of
when TikTokers attack each other, they mention their actual names.
Yeah, they use their government.
So this dumbass fucking cunt was calling Roma misogynist, and she kept saying, "Listen, Cleo."
Oh my god. Well, if you're gonna fucking try to prove your point and then use like someone's government name online, that just means you've spent way too much time.
Well, isn't the whole point of feminism equality?
Yes, it is, and that's what blows my mind, because most feminists think it means superiority.
Superiority. Yeah,
yes.
Right. They want to be superior. I mean,
feminism by definition means equality.
Like fighting for equality. Not
both sexes. I didn't. let's put that out there clear.
Well,
I'm not defining.
I haven't checked in a while, but the last time I did, there was like 28 different genders.
Well, that's because people keep just. I can only think of 3. Like
right,
male, female, or in between. Like transitioning. Transitioning. Thank you.
No, but then there's also the.
Because if you identify as female, then you identify as female. If you identify as male, you identify as male.
No, but
what's the difference?
There's also the people that are born with both sex organs.
That's hermaphrodite?
Hermaphrodite. I was going to say hypochondriac, and that's not the,
that's not the same
word.
thing.
That's not the word.
No. That's when someone thinks they have asthma. They have asthma.
You ever seen the people that are born with 2 dicks?
Yes, I've seen the Reddit guy.
That shit's insane.
Yes, it is.
It's fucking insane. 2 fully functioning penises.
He said he had to hold on to the hole of one so that he could pee out of one correctly.
How do you know which one the pee is going to come out of?
I don't know.
When you have to pee,
I'm guessing it's
do you just aim them both?
It's trial and error.
Any of our listeners out there, if you have 2 penises,
I highly fucking doubt it.
I highly doubt it too, because it's a very rare condition. But if any of you out there have 2 penises, for the love of God, please contact us. I will somehow pay for you to come here and be on an episode with us.
I could see it now. We're gonna have an episode where
Absolutely.
there's a guy with his pants down.
If this is possible, if that shit will happen, there will be an episode where it's the 2 cis white males looking at a dude's dicks. Because there is
the way he said that, he emphasized dicks.
There is in no way
a snake from fucking Robin Hood.
There is no way that we would have that dude on the show and not have him pull his dicks out.
No, he'd have it out.
I'd be like, all right,
episode.
All right, I have to see it.
Like
pull it out.
All right, we've started the episode. We're recording. Pants down.
I've also started doing nice dick, bro, to my friends at work.
I'm glad you don't do that. I feel like that.
Well, chicks.
It's the mouth and face stuff we already do.
I apparently have to stop saying chicks and bitches, even though Snoop Dogg said it for 30 years, but it's whatever.
He did say recently.
I saw that video. Yeah,
he was like, that's how I felt at the time.
He was like, but no, he was like, fuck no, I still feel like that. Yeah. Fuck them bitches and hoes. Hoes ain't shit.
I'm still a pimp.
I forgot where I was going with this.
You gotta stop saying bitches and not hoes. Bitches and chicks.
Oh no, chicks like. Said it again. Women will compliment each other's tits. They'll compliment each other's asses, and that's totally heterosexual, right?
Yeah.
That's totally fine.
So you're bringing the nice dick back,
right? So why can't I be like, dude?
Back? I don't know.
Dude, nice dick, bro. Man, your balls look great today. They look good in those pants.
What situation are you in where you're seeing these parts?
I'm not seeing them at all, just saying the words.
Maybe that person's dick looks terrible today. Maybe it's having a saggy to the left end.
We've been over this. Dicks always look terrible.
That's true.
But that doesn't mean you can't
build their confidence.
Build their confidence and let them get a little rise.
Oh my God. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to let you know the face that Brad gave me when he was... The pride that irradiated from his face.
I was so proud of that joke.
He was. I did not laugh, mind you.
He did not. I laughed for both of us.
I said before we started this episode, there is nobody that makes this man laugh more than he does.
Than myself. And there's times where I make a joke in my head, and I will cry laughing for 20 minutes.
I have seen this happen.
And then I can't properly explain the joke, so no one else thinks it's funny.
Or he's forgotten it completely. I have seen him.
So good.
I will be sitting there next to him, and we'll be talking, or he'll be playing video games, and he'll just start giggling like a schoolgirl. And I'll be like, what? And he's like, you wouldn't know.
I can't tell you. That's also like, I'm the guy who, I thoroughly like read context in Reddit posts and stuff. So when somebody responds to a Reddit post with a single word, and that like I can feel everything in that single word, and like I just fucking lose it.
Okay.
See, he almost spit his drink out. That's how I know he knows what I'm talking about.
I do. I just know this man too well. I said it the other day. We were thinking about the same exact thing when you were playing a video game, and I was like, our brains are just intrinsically linked permanently. We can't.
That's what happens when you hang out with somebody for
20 fucking plus years.
Too many years.
So, did you hear what happened to Cain Velasquez?
We've been over this. I haven't heard of anything.
His daughter,
Velasquez?
Yes.
Cain Velasquez?
Yes.
The fighter?
Yes, the UFC fighter. And he went and did a match in Saudi Arabia with Brock Lesnar after he beat Brock Lesnar in UFC. And then because of that, Brock Lesnar had WWE hire him so he could beat him in WWE. Like, nobody realizes WWE is fake. But anyways, Cain Velasquez's daughter was assaulted.
Wrestling's not fake.
No, it's predetermined. There is a big difference.
I'm going to edit in David Arquette screaming "Wrestling's not fake" from the
Ready to Rumble
2000 hit "Ready to Rumble."
It is not a fucking hit. It's why WCW went under. If that movie was a hit, they wouldn't have made David Arquette a fucking WCW champion.
The only hit David Arquette ever did was Scream, and he's not even important in those movies.
No. I did have a joke about how YouTube made a bunch of a big to-do about a new vacuum coming out. Like, all of your favorite content creators had a video that was sponsored by Hoover, and I was like, you have to really suck to make a vacuum that doesn't suck enough for Dewey Cox to have you over.
Speaking of celebrity ads or whatever, like the fucking internet celebrity ads, I'm getting real sick and tired of these ads for a specific game that...
Raid Shadow Legend!
No, that one I understand, and thank God that's gone now. I haven't seen...
It is not fucking gone.
Well, it's less. It's lessened. It's lessened. Like, I'm not listening to shit on Spotify and then all of a sudden, like, Raid Shadow Legends. But
no, P2P. Fuck off.
There's this game where it's a puzzle game where you just have to like move certain. You're a dude sitting in a thing, and you have to move certain pieces.
You want to get rid of the hiccups before we start this?
Hey, I'll have them the whole time. There's a dude sitting in a thing. You got to move like swords or whatever to open up locations, and it moves lava or whatever. And
it sounds like a JRPG.
It's called like it's stupid. Every ad is like, I bet you guys have seen ads for this and thought this game didn't exist.
Why would I?
Why would I think it didn't exist?
Everything that's... What?
No, I can just go into Google Play and I can type the...
The only ad I've ever seen that I thought didn't exist was extend my penis by 3 inches.
Or the jizzle.
I don't know what that is.
You don't know what the jizzle is?
I don't know.
Oh my god, it's a ShamWow mock commercial. But it's called the jizzle. It's like
I get what that's for.
He said, "Look at all that cum." Look. He's like, "You got cum all over your arm. Just take the jizzle, wipe. Now you're clean, ready for a fancy dinner party."
Because that is usually what I do right before my fancy dinner party.
You get cum on your carpet. You just put the jizzle down, give it a couple pats, and look at that. Picks
look
it
at
right
that.
up.
It's gone. It's gone. Right away. It's all over.
And then he rings it out.
What kind of accent is this?
It's like the Jersey.
Yeah, I know.
The ShamWow guy.
Hello, Jeremy. Hello, Junior. I'll be your waitress.
Didn't the ShamWow guy?
He beat up a hooker. Yeah, he definitely beat up a hooker. Anyways, Cain Velasquez.
He wouldn't have got arrested for that if he paid an extra $50.
Fuck. I'm never gonna fucking get to tell this joke. It's not even a joke. It's a fucking piece of news. But it's holy Christ, is that true? You just pay the extra $50, you can beat the...
Right,
God damn it.
If he just made it clear what he wanted to do.
Oh, for the love of Christ.
It would have been fun.
You know what? We made it to episode 10. Now we're canceled.
Yeah, now we're canceled. Condoning beating hookers.
We don't have a lot.
Hey, no. We're not canceled because all that joke was helping with consent.
That's what got us canceled. Was that follow-up where you explained that? That's where we're fucking canceled.
You see how hard I'm laughing? Remember when we talked about how
him laughing at himself?
I laugh at myself all the time. All right, so Cain Velasquez.
So now I feel like this follow-up is terrible because his daughter got assaulted, and he's laughing at it. He's laughing at this poor man's
I'm uncomfortable.
He's not uncomfortable. He's laughing at the irony. Anyways, so Cain went out and fucking shot the man. I'm pretty sure he killed the man, and now he's facing time.
I did hear about this.
Yes.
Yeah, I did hear about this.
Fucking right. That man. What was that?
Cain's intro music. I imagine when he showed up to the dude's driveway with the gun, like as soon as the guy opened.
Different Cain, but okay.
As soon as the door, I know it's a different Cain.
The flame shot up.
Yeah, like as soon as the guy opened the door, flame shot up, and he was like, bang!
Oh. But yeah, apparently it's like over 100 times, and Cain found out about it, and he went and handled the shit.
Like he hit her over 100 times?
No.
Like raped?
Well, I wasn't gonna say it, but yeah.
Why? We can't be afraid of words.
No, I'm not afraid of the words, but I'm saying assaulted.
That's why. That's why Will Smith smacked a tiny man because he's afraid of words.
With Asperger's. Chris Rock has Asperger's.
Don't all comedians have Asperger's?
Yes.
Or some form of Tourette's?
I mean, didn't we recently find out that I may be on the spectrum? Like, yeah. I'm pretty sure we all have some form of look at me, but don't mention me. Like, that's what the disorder is called. Look at me, pay attention to me.
Look at me, but don't
mention me.
But don't acknowledge any of it.
Don't talk about the flaws. Let me
look at me now. Look at me now. Making pancakes.
I remember when Mac Beasley used to be relevant too.
Oh man, him and Tom McDonald got into it.
Yeah, and I know we disagreed on who won that. You said Mac Lethal had more disses, but I felt like fucking Tom crushed that shit. I don't even like most of his Well, I like his music.
I like a lot of his music. I like a lot of his music, but I also don't like the fact that he doesn't give his wife enough credit because she's the one that writes most of the shit. Yeah. And it's funny because he'll make fun of ICP and juggalos when his wife's a juggalette.
Yeah, and he used to be a wrestler.
Oh, dude, that shit's funny.
I used to wrestle. I wore spandex. You used to be a customer. You did Xanax.
That's the best. One of the best disses that Mac did on his track was he stopped the track, stopped the verse, and played a clip of fucking Tom McDonald wrestling.
Yeah, and he was in a singlet.
Right. Well, he was in like the normal fucking like dumbass tights, and he was bent over the fucking ropes, and the guy was like pulling him.
It couldn't have been a gayer.
Right. But I mean, if you watch more than 35 seconds of any wrestling, you can pull out gay references.
Absolutely, and you could also pull out a very masculine reference. It's a very thin line between homoeroticism and.
You mean like every male contact sport?
Yeah, pretty much.
Every single one.
I mean, you tackle the quarterback.
If that
or the linebacker.
Why are football players' pants so tight?
I'm not gonna touch that one at all.
Apparently you want to touch it because they want you to see them tight ass in those.
I don't watch football. You have a favorite team.
No, I don't. It doesn't exist anymore.
That's true. They're just the Washingtons,
dude. That was one of my favorite things because it was like you were playing Madden, right? And
one day it's the Redskins, and the next day it's just
you created a football team. But you created your own team, but then you accidentally skipped past the part where you would name the team. So they just called it the Washington Football Team.
Yeah.
And it's all thanks to that fucking asshole lawyer in like Alabama or whatever. That
it's because of this generation. They're canceling inanimate objects.
No, he coined.
Oh, that's right. He coined the term.
He trademarked every possible name that they could pick.
Yeah.
And I hate that dude, but it's the best troll ever.
It is. All right. So speaking of the reason I brought up Cain Velasquez was because that is every father's, like, if you have a daughter, which Brad does not, okay? He does not have any little girls. I have a 14-year-old daughter.
I don't have a daughter, but I have nieces.
He does. So you understand somewhat, but I have a 14-year-old little girl who is goddamn gorgeous and also way too...
And an asshole. She's an asshole.
I love her to death. But
I love her too. I wish
she's definitely my daughter. That's why she's an asshole.
See me once in a while.
He's saying that because we know you listen. Anyways, that's every father's dream. Just any boy touches her. My daughter told me once that this guy cheated on her, and they're like middle school age, and I'm like, I'll beat the shit out of a little 14-year-old little fuck. Like, it's stupid, but I couldn't imagine the fucking the vindication he felt shooting that guy. Like, I would have.
Oh, it's like the same thing with the dads that end up like going and killing their child's abuser or whatever.
Well, that's what he did, yeah.
For instance, was that one movie with Sam Jackson and Matthew McConaughey where he was like, "I'm not some big city lawyer."
That's 90% of Matthew McConaughey.
I forget what it was, but in that movie, like, it started out where the little girl was raped and murdered, and it was Sam Jackson's daughter. And after the trial, the guys basically got off because it was fucking Southern white people laws. And as those dudes were walking out of the courthouse, Sam Jackson just fucking shot them motherfuckers in the face. And the rest of the movie was them trying to stop Sam Jackson from going to jail.
Right. Well, there's a bunch of times in a court of law where your peers found you not guilty, committed a crime that was very obvious that you committed, but that you did it because of reasonable circumstances.
Well, a crime of passion.
Yeah.
is apparently a thing.
Also, I like being bipolar because I can use temporary insanity at any time.
Not anymore. You can't. No, you can't.
Yeah, I know. It's not as fun in the 80s. Well, the 80s, it wasn't really usable. It was like a brief time during the 90s.
Shit, in the 80s, they didn't even know what was wrong with you.
No, that's why I have so much shit wrong with me.
Yeah, right. No, what I'm saying is, like, you would have killed... They would have put your ass in a fucking mental institution.
They tried. And I got diagnosed with just being an asshole.
They would, what was the brain science where they would like measure the size of the brain and it would decide?
Oh God, I don't remember, but yeah, where they would measure the size of
right. They use that like fucking
that used a little
that weird spiky thing. It had two spikes on it, and they would measure different parts of your brain and be like, oh, well, it's basically astrology but with tools.
with brains. Yeah. All right. So because this happened. We're recording this on Saturday, April 3rd.
Sunday.
Yeah, Sunday. Sorry, Sunday. And which is ironic that you said it that way because it's day 2 of WrestleMania, and last night.
Day 2? What?
Yes, they do this is the most stupendous 2 days.
You did tell me about that they were splitting it into 2 days.
Yes, they've done that since the very first year of the pandemic. Okay, first of all.
So 2 years ago. So it's the second year.
No, it's the third year they've done it now.
Third. Yeah. 2021. Yep. Okay.
Yep.
All right. I forgot how to count.
Because it was the end of the year on 2019. Yeah.
Right.
So not only did Triple H retire, which is the main reason I got into backyard wrestling, and because him and I have matching noses basically, and Triple H retired because of his heart condition. He has a defibrillator. But last night, Stone Cold Steve Austin had his first match in 19 years.
He said he was coming back to fight
Kevin Owens.
Yeah, because he called him out.
Yeah, he did. He was been talking shit about
But if
Texas.
you remember, I told you months ago that I read a hint, or I read like a little thing online. Somebody saying, Stone Cold's going to come back.
It's been in the dirt sheets forever. But dude, he took fucking bumps into the I ended up watching it at like 3 o'clock in the morning because I fucking woke up and I had an attack and I was like, all right, I'm just gonna fucking stay up. He took a suplex onto the concrete. He smacked him. He got smacked into the fucking turnbuckle from outside.
See,
like fucking dogs.
He's the Irish just came out of him. He's like fucking.
You want a fucking bit of tea, do you?
Wow, you went
terrible.
a fucking bit of tea.
Fucking bit of tea. It's like, I don't even know.
I said Irish, not British. You fucking racist.
That's not racist. They're both white. You know what? You need to stick to the same terms. You just call me racist no matter what accent I do.
Fucking prejudice.
Yeah. Anyways, also Logan Paul also had a match, and he actually fucking did better than The Miz.
Logan Paul was at the...
Yeah, he was in a tag team match with Rey Mysterio and Dominic Mysterio. Yes, his son.
I officially announce I will no longer consume any WWE content.
He came out wearing his Pokemon card that he wore bought just a couple of days ago. That is on record as being the most expensive Pokemon card.
I will not.
He wore it as a necklace, yo.
I will not watch or consume any more WWE content for the rest of my life, because they brought one of the largest pieces of shit. I would rather watch the Val Venus getting his dick cut off like storyline
Chappy your pee-pee
over and over again by a dude they said was Japanese.
Funaki.
No, it wasn't Funaki. It was the Funaki's dad or some shit.
Funaki. Yeah.
But I would rather watch that storyline over and over again than ever see any Logan or Jake Paul disgrace the ring by stepping into
the ring. Yeah.
It's a disgrace. It really is. You have people. You have legends that have performed.
Undertaker was going into the Hall of Fame the night before.
Right. So you have legends, people who gave their lives literally for that job, and then you have a gigantic piece of fucking shit like Logan Paul step his foot in that ring. The only way that would have been okay is if they turned the whole thing into a gigantic joke. Like,
well, he did get turned on at the end.
Make him look like a piece of fucking shit.
Well, he was the heel.
They should have made him of course he was the heel. Because everyone in the world fucking hates him. Nobody watches him because they like him.
Yeah.
They watch him for shock value and because they want to bitch about him.
I touched a button here. But
I fucking hate all of the... I hate the Pauls. I hate them.
There's only two of them. I hate all of them.
I hate them. I hate them so much. They are disrespectful pieces of shit and need to be removed from society as a whole. They should be shoved into some kind of cave in a mountain, and we shouldn't check on them for 12 years. Fuck that guy. Fuck his brother. Fuck his dad, who
dropping that load.
Who dropped that load into the poor woman that had to force out 2 pieces of shit from her vagina.
Nope.
Fuck them real hard.
So,
I think I'm gonna end every episode with fuck the Pauls.
You're gonna get us fucking... Dude, he has a fucking banger of a podcast. I don't like the podcast, but I mean, like, it's a big hit.
I don't give a fuck.
Media. Like,
don't give a fuck. He is the reverse of Mr. Beast. If Mr. Beast
is wholesome and wonderful.
If Mr. Beast was the Flash, the Pauls are the reverse Flash.
Oh my god.
Fuck those guys and everything they stand for.
Okay. We're already an hour plus in. So, let's do the closing lines here.
Fuck the Pauls!
Oh my god. Alright, so we were talking about the wrestling, and I was talking with a friend of mine. I mean, in the Fast and the Furious, do you remember the scene where, I don't know if you ever saw it, where The Rock and Vin Diesel, in the very first movie that The Rock was in with them,
I haven't seen a Fast and the Furious movie since Tokyo Drift.
they were in a parking garage, and The Rock did one of those.
Oh, so Tokyo Drift.
Took me a second. Oh yeah, drifting. Yeah, I guess.
Oh yeah, drifting. Yeah, I guess it was funny. Yeah.
Except American fucking parking garages aren't that fun.
But
fucking The Rock, he does a fucking Blanka from Street Fighter Pound Ground and
Ground Pound.
Sorry, I said it backwards.
Yep.
But and like the whole fucking floor falls apart. They fall through two stories. He responds, "I've never seen Fast and a furry ass." And I said,
"Fast and the furry ass.
Isn't that just Tumblr?" And she was like, "That's Fast That was wonderful. That was great.
Oh,
that was great.
Shit.
So, all right.
That's what you could just call wrestling. Tumblr.
Yeah, we'll save Tumblr's little fucking festival and Job Rules Fire Festival for next episode.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later.
Because those are hilarious little events that we gotta tell you about. But we're already, without editing, an hour and 16 minutes in. So, and damn, like Brad and I were talking earlier when we took our break. This is probably one of our favorite episodes.
It's a good episode. You ever notice how every time we actually have a good episode, we're like, this is probably the best episode we've ever made. This is fucking hilarious. We're so fucking funny. And then all of a sudden you just hear us like, because we're sucking our own dick so hard.
Yeah. Each of our own dicks.
Like I'm sucking my dick. He's sucking his dick. Yeah. We both had 2 lower ribs removed so we could suck our own penises.
We totally pulled the Marilyn Manson myth. Yes.
Yeah. Is that in the zeitgeist still? Do people still think?
I don't think that's been a thing since Mechanical Animals.
When he was on Howard Stern, he admitted that him and his bandmate Twiggy,
Twiggy and him gave each other head.
Yeah, they would just put on condoms and blow each other. Why
the condoms?
So they wouldn't have the taste of dick in their mouth.
I can understand that. I mean, you're still sucking.
You're still sucking a dick.
I mean, yeah, the same thing when
you
people say
you suck a dick once, you're a cocksucker for life.
That's I guess I'm a.
You're a cocksucker? Is that what you're? Were you
no,
just about to?
No.
See,
no,
you were just about to say. No.
Fuck you.
I don't want to ruin.
Fuck you.
Nope.
Fuck you. I was getting ready to make a jerk off.
You said, I guess
I guess I'm a jerk off.
No, but you stopped.
You know what? I hate you.
You stopped.
And that's a cut. So, thank you guys for listening to episode 10.
I'm leaving that in
I'm never speaking to Brad again. This whole podcast is canceled.
Leaving it in there. And I'm going to edit it to
where... for 1 fucking second.
I'm going to edit it to where it absolutely sounds like you called yourself a cocksucker.
Fuck you, and don't judge me for what I choose to do, okay?
We don't kink shame on this show.
Yeah, okay? We fucking talked about this shit, okay? What I do and the fucking confidence of my bedroom is on me.
In the confidence.
Yeah, okay.
My bedroom is
privacy.
My bedroom is so
very
confident.
You know what?
Look at it. Look how confident
he's
it is.
looking at my bedroom, people. Y'all can't see that shit.
With one pillow just on the end of the bed.
That's not a pillow.
Why do you have too many comforters?
Because one's for my son.
Is it because you're 30 pounds and need more stuff for heat?
I'm not 30 pounds. Just because you're fatter than me and
Did you just call me fat? Did you just fat shame me on a public podcast?
Shit. I'm canceled just me.
Fucking fat shame. You know what? I'm going to start my own podcast called No Fat Shaming. I'm not going to do that. And plus, that's a bad name.
You get canceled for calling yourself fat.
Yeah, you shouldn't self-shame. You're canceled.
Anyways, we love you guys. We'll see you for episode 11, all the way up to 20, 25, and beyond. Hopefully.
We love it. Keep the downloads coming. Please reach out to us more somehow.
Yeah.
In any which way
we love the reviews. Keep calling us gay. We don't give a shit.
We put our legit emails. The emails we have out on there is my personal email.
Yeah.
It's not a weird. It's not a clone email. It's not like a fucking stupid bit. BradMunyan@gmail.com. Text or email me.
Yeah, text his email.
Text my email.
Go ahead.
Isn't it all text though?
Yeah, it's
technically.
Yeah, technically. All right, guys, we love you. It's an hour and 20 minutes in it so far, so thank you. We hope you guys love episode 10. We want to keep going, so thank you guys for listening. 10 episodes so far.
Fuck the Pauls.
Goodbye.
If you have no idea what that is, then you're probably racist. I mean, or, an infant. No, well, infants are... Alright, we exclude all stupidity comments. We exclude all infants from stupidity comments. Anyone toddler age or older, you should know your fucking racism history, bitch. Hello, Jeremy. Hello, Junior. I'll be your waitress. Isn't the ShamWow guy? He'd beat up a hooker. Beat up a hooker? Yeah, he'd definitely beat up a hooker. Anyways, King Gloss. He wouldn't have got arrested for that if he paid an extra $50. Fuck. I'm never gonna fucking get to tell this joke. It's not a joke. It's not a piece of news. Why Christ is that joke? He just paid an extra $50. If he just made it clear what he wanted to to do. Oh, for the love of Christ. It would have been fun. We made it to episode 10. Now we're canceled. Yeah, now we're canceled.